hold on. So the MMA Guru did an interview with Paddy Pimblett, and there's 1,000 clips that we need to talk about right now. Paddy Pimblett, I'm going to be honest with you, needs to be mentally evaluated. The things that he said during this interview are just, they're just not right. They're like honestly not right. I really am curious on how his brain works. Let's just get into this first interview. I mean, this first clip of him talking about how Luke Riley is a better striker than Justin Gaethje. Luke Riley, the dude who literally he lost the first round of his debut, by the way. He's a new fighter to the MMA scene. Well, new to the UFC. But he lost his first round. You're going to tell me he's better than Justin Gaethje? Listen.
Like me at all. So, the fact that I've got Ellis playing Justin Gaethje for me, and then I've got Luke, who's a better, faster, more powerful technical striker than him, I think it
faster, powerful, more technical?
It all goes into my favour.
You got Luke Riley above Justin. You're rating him above Justin Gaethje in the striking department already in his career, you reckon?
Even MMA Guru is like, oh, mate, this dude has fucking lost it. He's like, dude, really? You have Justin Gaethje? You have Justin Gaethje below Luke Riley in power, technical ability, in strength? What?
Yeah. Luke Riley's been fighting Thai in Thailand since he was 8 years old, lad. Yeah. You know what I mean? When Justin Gaethje was wrestling, lad, Luke was fighting Thai and then doing amateur boxing, and Luke's striking is a class above, like me.
His striking is a class above because he's done Muay Thai since he was 8 years old? Luke Riley lost the first round of his MMA UFC debut. Okay, listen. If he's over here talking about Luke Riley is a way better technical fighter. He's more powerful. He's stronger. He's quicker. He's smarter than Justin Gaethje. Bro, hop off of Luke Riley. The whole interview, Paddy Pimblett talks about Luke Riley. Paddy Pimblett talked about Luke Riley for about 10 minutes of this 30-minute interview. Let's pull up another clip. I have about 4 clips of Paddy Pimblett being like absolutely unhinged during this interview. I'm not gonna lie. This is Paddy Pimblett talking about the actual #1 contender, the dude who really should be fighting for the belt, Arman Tsarukyan, and he doesn't like Arman. I'm gonna be real, Paddy. This clip doesn't really do anything. It doesn't change how I feel about you, but I am starting to like you less and less than I already do. I don't really like you as it is, but now I'm starting to peel back even like the tiny bit of likeness I have for you. Let's just listen up.
He's been grappling a lot. I know you don't want to talk about him, but how do you feel about his his grappling tournaments that he's
Lad, I heard he nearly got triangled by a fucking what's his name?
Shara Magomedov.
Yeah, he nearly got triangled by him, and he can't grapple to save his life either.
By the way, Arman Tsarukyan just beat Kyle Palmieri in RAF. Just now. It's January 11th. He beat him January 10th. Just so you know. So Paddy Pimblett's over here talking about he can't grapple to save his life, lad. Paddy, you lost in a grappling tournament in your own gym. In your own gym, you're not the best grappler. Arman Tsarukyan is hopping on planes and submitting, and well, not submitting, he's beating our best wrestlers at wrestling. Let's continue the clip.
It's a tough
He's a striker, and he nearly got triangled by him. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Have you ever got any interest of taking those sort of exhibition type things? You know, RAF have got this kind of like grappling thing. Is there ever been like a reach out for like let's do a grappling match for Pimblett, or is that?
I don't know. Before I was in the UFC years ago, when I was coming back from an injury, I done Polaris one time against Stevie Ray. Caught me in a leg lock. That's like the only one I've done in the past 10 years or something like that.
So he's saying the only other exhibition fight he's done, he got caught in a leg lock. And you're still over here saying Arman's... Look, I don't like Arman as much as the next dude, but you can't say he's bad at grappling. That's like the only thing he's good at. He was in Hamzat's corner for the DDP fight. Like, do our brain... Listen, I just pulled up a clip of him saying Luke Riley is a better technical striker than Justin Gaethje is. Also in this, I don't even have the clip up, but also in this interview, Paddy Pimblett says, I don't understand how Justin Gaethje thinks he could just absorb these strikes. I know he gives one to take one, but it's not going to work. How is it? It's worked his whole career. Justin's whole career, he went out there and took a shot to give a shot, and it's worked extremely well for him. I don't understand how you all of a sudden are going to change that. Like, what finishes do you have? Bobby Green? Michael Chandler? Let's pull up another clip. So, obviously, the biggest thing to come out of this interview is Paddy Pimblett talking about Dan Hooker, and Dan Hooker and Paddy Pimblett having a little bit of a back and forth. I'm not going to lie. This was hilarious. This was absolutely hilarious. I have Paddy Pimblett getting absolutely embarrassed at UFC 324. I personally think Justin is going to just walk him down, walk right through him, do whatever he pleases to Paddy Pimblett. Paddy is going to be in a world of fucking hurt. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. But he's on this interview with MMA Guru talking out of his ass for about 30 minutes. Okay, again, Luke Riley's a better striker than Justin Gaethje. Arman Tsarukyan can't grapple. Like, he's literally living in fantasy land. Let's listen to this famous clip. I'm sure you guys all heard it, but in case you didn't, here you go.
I would never want anyone to mention anything about my family, so I'd never do it about anyone else. It's not what we do. We're fighters.
2 minutes later.
Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his ma. You know what I mean?
Like, what made him say that? Like, I get they were talking about Arman Tsarukyan. Like, what made him say that? What made him? But anyways, Paddy says that, you know, you can't grapple off your mother. And Dan Hooker, honestly, Dan Hooker pulls up with the nuclears and he drops the atom bomb on Paddy Pimblett with, and ain't said shit when we were face to face, bitch. I thought we were mates, but you're not very good mates, are ya? At Paddy the Baddy. Rest in peace, Ricky. Now, if you don't know this little bit of lore, Paddy Pimblett's friend Ricky committed a self-termination, an ending of himself. And Paddy the Baddy had a speech about it after his fight in the UFC and made a whole mental health awareness speech. This was hilarious. This was called for. How are you going to talk about a dude's mother and expect it not to be a completely open season for you? It was open season for you. Sorry, pal. Like, what do you expect somebody to say? When you sit here and say this.
2 minutes later.
Dan Hooker couldn't grapple a fucking rapist off his ma.
What do you expect somebody to say? And let's be real, Dan Hooker kicks the teeth off of Paddy Pimblett. Paddy Pimblett's not going to know what hit him. He's not. Newsflash, it's over for Paddy Pimblett if he ever runs into Dan Hooker. Personally, what I think is going to happen, boys, is I think that Paddy Pimblett is going to lose to Justin Gaethje horrifically. And then they're going to match him up with Dan Hooker, and he's going to get even more embarrassed. Play the meme of Paddy Pimblett seeing Charles Oliveira get knocked out. He was like this. He never even thought that could happen to somebody. You want to know why? Because he's never done it himself. All right? Anyways, boys, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.